Somebody needs to pay for all my children. Somebody needs to be held accountable, and they need to pay.
Hey everybody, I haven't made fun of the slobs at the old Thin Privilege site, so I figured, hey, I'm half asleep. Let's do it. This load of horse shit is called Yesterday, Today, Tomorrow. Now, I want you guys to tell me if any of you actually believe this story. When I was 8 years old, I fainted in the back of my mother's Nissan Murano because I had eaten in 3 days. First sentence. They always go too much. Like 2 days, maybe, I believe. You know what I mean? Or maybe eating once a day, maybe. But 3 days? Get out of here. You're getting crazy. First sentence, already nutty. Not because we were poor. Not because we didn't have access to victuals. Not because we had crash landed in the Andes or were creating the plot of Castaway. I didn't eat for 3 days because my mother encouraged me not to. And overdramatic. It's already overdramatic. Some fat shit not eating for 3 days is not all that dramatic. Plus, it didn't even happen anyway. She never said the words, "Don't eat." She never refused to buy me food or denied me meals. Then what's the problem? She didn't have to. There are 10,000 ways to get the point across that she felt my chubby little body was an offense to others around me. 10,000 ways. That's a specific number. What about 9,562? I'd believe that one more. It came across in small ways. The way that she fussed at me when we went out to eat or were invited to dinner parties. The thinly veiled admonitions that I had eaten enough. The constant picking and critiquing and worrying about clothes to cover my bulk. She would worry and harass and beleaguer. Not beleaguer. The harassment's enough, but the beleaguering, that's gotta go. For the whole of my childhood on this point, under the guise of quote unquote looking out for me. I think in her own mind she truly believed she was. She loved me, but she grew up as a fat child and a fat woman and finally became a fat doctor who had been told from multiple directions that the reason she was lesser, not feminine enough, not smart enough, not smart enough, that one I believe, not pretty enough, was because she was fat. In her own mind, she probably was trying to look out for me, in that she didn't want me to go through the same things she did. Not a bad woman, but a misguided one. But understanding her doesn't make up for my present and past reality. God, but did she fuck me up? Language. These slobs like to swear a lot too. I remember growing up afraid to be seen eating in public. You couldn't pay me to eat outside in a restaurant or eat lunch in the cafeteria when I was a kid. I ate quickly in hidden corners and survived off takeaway and drive-thrus on long family trips. She ate under the cover of darkness, and the poor thing, she survived on takeaway and drive-thrus. No wonder you're a fat fuck. I remember being ashamed to wear the mandatory shorts in gym class because my fat thighs were on display. I invested in those tummy control slips and wore them religiously, despite the fact that made my abdomen ache and my chest struggle to breathe. It's really early. It's hard to read horse shit when you're half asleep. I don't even have curfew yet. I remember hating the sight of myself in the mirror to the point I refused to look into one for more than a decade. I ducked out of photos and burned old family albums because when I looked at myself, all I could see was a monster. Does anyone believe she burned old family albums? like out in the backyard, just setting it on fire, going, "Yeah, perfect. No." I don't buy this. I did everything I could to hide that monster away. Today, it is a constant struggle to unfuck myself. Take the un out. Take the un out, please. Finally, a few years ago, I started going out to restaurants with my friends again. I am confident enough on most days to gladly give the stink eye to waiters who look pointedly at me when I order dessert. Does that happen? Or is she just being paranoid? Her shifty, fat, closed-off eyeballs darting back and forth. He looked at me. All I wanted was a double burger. When I look in the mirror, I don't necessarily always see a monster anymore. On the best days, I am even a little charmed by my reflection, having infested in fabulous, hip-hugging dresses, and tossed out all forms of slips and body binders. How many of you guys want to see her in her hip-hugging dresses? That sounds like a treat. When a medical school interviewer asked me if it was irresponsible for a doctor to be fat because we were supposed to be role models, I went to bat and threw the interview just to give them a piece of my mind. I don't believe that either. Today I swim naked in the ocean. Could you stop that? Could you stop? What if someone saw you? What if someone saw you rolling around, flexing your air hole in the ocean? That is not good. That is not dank. And we'll talk to anyone who will listen about the joys of hiking. It's always hiking with these fake fat stories. All these fat people, they love hiking. But when you look at hikers, you never see a fat one. Not caring if they believe me capable or not. Today I am a fat medical student. I don't believe this person's a medical student either. The only one in my school of 500 students. I stick out like a sore thumb because I am fat, but also because I will stand up on my soapbox and educate the poor fool who saw it fit to crack a joke about a body in the anatomy lab. Oh, that's gotta be fun. The fat bitch is standing on her soapbox again. A heavily reinforced soapbox. I stick out like a sore thumb because I have a loud mouth. Oh, that's a treat. When there's not food in it, it's yapping. And I don't care enough about my classmates' affections to let such things pass by. Man, what a treat. This lady is a treat. Today I am a fat medical student. Yesterday I was a fat child. Tomorrow I will be a fat doctor. Sure, buddy. I believe that. I will not repeat the mistakes of my forebears. So dramatic. For every time my doctor told me that the ache in my knee was because I needed to lose weight, not because I have a congenital abnormality. For every doctor assumed because I am overweight, I must be sick, I will remember to treat my patients better. Today, when I see a patient recently diagnosed with diabetes, I don't focus on their weight. I focus on helping them modify their diet to choose low GI foods. Weight has nothing to do with it. Weight has nothing to do with diabetes, guys. It's all bullshit. Today, when someone comes to me with back pain, I get them to help via physical therapy to strengthen the muscles, to remove some of the strain. Weight has nothing to do with it. Weight has nothing to do with having a bad back, huh? And then again, just one more time. Weight has nothing to do with it. I still slip up sometimes. In a world where everyone is telling you that fat equals bad, stupid, ugly, diseased, it is hard sometimes to see through the bullshit. But tomorrow, I will do better. What a load of shit. Oh, I love it. I love how corny and sappy and fake and just a big bowl of shit. This one's written by Oh, whatever, man. It's all Frenchy talk. I don't know Frenchy talk. Or think it's Frenchy talk. What the fuck, man? It's early in the morning. I gotta go. I hope you guys enjoyed that story. I'll see you later.